In the world of professional football, players earn millions of dollars every year. However, even with all that money, they are not immune to making costly mistakes that can end up costing them everything. Football players have seen everything from car accidents to illegal purchases to mansions robbed at gunpoint. One mistake that can be particularly costly is investing in volatile assets like NFTs. In this video, we will discuss some of the costliest mistakes ever made by football players. Mistakes that have cost them millions of dollars and even nearly cost them their lives. So sit back, relax, and get ready to hear about some of the biggest mistakes football players have ever made and what lessons we can all learn from their experiences. Neymar. Neymar purchased an NFT called Mutant Ape for $25,000, which eventually led him to collect over 60 more NFTs, including 2 Bored Apes worth around $500,000 each. This means that Neymar spent over $1 million on digital profile pictures. However, things soon took a turn for the worse. After Neymar publicly announced his purchases, the hype around NFTs disappeared and the prices of cryptocurrencies began to drop. Rumors emerged that many NFT projects would become worthless, and within months, one of Neymar's most expensive apes had lost over 75% of its value. To make matters even worse, the Bored Ape project that Neymar had invested in was accused of using celebrities like him to promote their NFTs at inflated prices, leading to a lawsuit against the project for $4 billion. As a result, the reputation of the project was ruined. One certain thing is that if you invest in NFTs during a market crash, you risk losing a lot of money, just like Neymar did. However, while legal issues can be costly, they are not as bad as losing millions and almost costing someone their life, as apparently happened to another football player, Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, let's talk about the wild ride that Ronaldo went on when he decided to let his assistant pick up his Bugatti Veyron and drive it to him on vacation. Things started off great, with Ronaldo dreaming of hitting the open road in his favorite car. But little did he know, disaster was just around the corner. The assistant behind the wheel was no match for the Veyron's high performance and speed. And before Ronaldo knew it, the car was careening out of control. It was like something out of a high-speed chase in an action movie. The car smashed into a nearby wall, causing serious damage not only to the car, but to the homeowner's property as well. The cost of repairs was enough to make Ronaldo's jaw drop. It was even more than the $2 million he'd originally paid for the car. Ronaldo should have known better than to let someone who wasn't experienced enough with the Veyron's capabilities take it for a joyride. But he knew he had to take responsibility for the accident and pay for the repairs, which was the right thing to do. And while it was a costly lesson to learn, it was definitely a memorable one. In the end, Ronaldo learned that he shouldn't take any chances when it comes to his beloved Bugatti Veyron. Next time, he'll be sure to make different decisions, like shipping the car or entrusting it to a more experienced driver, because one thing's for sure, he doesn't want to go through another wild ride like that again. Lionel Messi. You see, the world-renowned soccer player recently made some big mistakes that even left us scratching our heads in disbelief. It all started when Messi traveled to Ibiza, one of his favorite vacation spots, to shop for his dream home. He finally found a paradise that had everything a superstar like him needed, and he shelled out a whopping $11 million for it. Now that's a lot of cash, but as luck would have it, things quickly turned sour for Messi. After signing all the paperwork, he became a suspect in a high-profile crime. It turns out that his dream home was actually illegal. Shocking, I know. Apparently, Messi had bought the house from a shady businessman who had kept secrets from the government. When Messi bought the mansion, it only had 4 bedrooms. However, he decided to add 2 more without the government's knowledge. That meant there was no legal planning, no building permits, and no certificate that allowed anyone to live in the house, all of which are required in Spain. Oops! To make matters worse, it wasn't until the mansion got put up for sale and Messi made his purchase that anyone realized the problem. So, poor Messi couldn't even live in his new house until he got the situation sorted out. Now, I know what you're thinking. With all of Messi's fame and fortune, surely he could just hire a team of lawyers to sort out the mess, right? Well, he did exactly that. But unfortunately, demolishing half the house was the only option left. Lionel Messi spent a staggering $11 million on a house that he couldn't even live in, all because he didn't follow the proper legal procedures. Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba is a footballer who had it all: fame, fortune, and a heart of gold. He was known for his generous nature and the way he took care of those close to him. However, his generosity would soon lead to a life-threatening situation. When he discovered that someone had stolen his credit card and made a $200,000 purchase, he lost trust in everyone and stopped helping his entourage. But little did he know that his troubles were far from over. One night, armed criminals showed up at his doorstep, forced him into their car, and demanded a staggering $13 million. Fearing for his life, Pogba paid the ransom, and the criminals let him go. But the ordeal didn't end there, as Pogba recognized the voices of his abductors and reported them to the police. Shockingly, it was his own brother and childhood friend who had orchestrated the abduction. The news of Pogba's abduction and the involvement of his own brother and friend shocked the world. It was revealed that they had been trying to get money out of him, and when their efforts failed, they resorted to violence and extortion. Pogba's mistake was being too trusting and generous to the wrong people. He lost not just money, but also his trust in his brother and friend. Vinicius Jr. Vinny also lost millions because of his sponsorship deal with Nike. After signing a 10-year, $75 million contract with Nike, he joined Real Madrid, sponsored by Nike's biggest rival, Adidas. Nike allegedly limited his opportunities to showcase their new products and even left him out of their World Cup commercials featuring other Brazilian stars. After getting outdated equipment and feeling like Nike was blackballing him, Vinicius decided to end his partnership with the company, which resulted in him losing $45 million. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The legendary footballer decided to chase his childhood dream of owning his own clothing line. A to Z Sportswear was born, and Zlatan poured his heart, soul, and millions of dollars into it. But things didn't quite go as planned. Fans were less than impressed with his clothes, which were just products with an A to Z logo slapped on them. Despite Zlatan's best effort to promote the brand, sales were abysmal, and the brand eventually shut down, leaving Zlatan with a whopping loss of over $20 million. Imagine Zlatan trying to convince fans to buy his clothes, strutting around in his A to Z sportswear during interviews, and posting cringeworthy skits on YouTube. But alas, his efforts were in vain, and the clothes failed to make a mark in the fashion industry. It's a harsh reality, but sometimes dreams don't become reality no matter how much money you throw at them. So the lesson here is that football players, like everyone else, need to be careful with their money and make smart financial decisions. And that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, ensure you subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.